So greetings and welcome back to another segment of Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman. My name is Peter Updike, and this afternoon it's a hot sunny Saturday afternoon, and I'm out here shooting my bow, and I thought it would be an interesting experiment. I've marked my arrows. I use two of these practice arrows. These practice arrows are the arrows that I shoot every time I come outside. I don't have a mixture of arrows. I shoot the same two arrows over and over and over again. One is marked O and the other one is marked X, so I know which one is which. And I thought it would be an interesting experiment if I got back exactly 25 yards and changed up my field points with broadheads, just to see if there's any deviation in the flight. Usually I have ignored such things. In other words, what I've done in the past is I have shot my field points all summer long, and then right before the hunt, put on the broadhead, shoot it a few times, make the necessary adjustments on my sights. But there's been a revolution of such within my shooting. I've changed up my arrows now. I'm running a heavy front end with a stiff arrow, a 250 spine with 225 grains up front, so things are changing. I've become more accurate. I've become more consistent with this arrow change, and yeah, I'm liking it. So now I want to see just if I need to make adjustments or is everything good to go. So I'm practicing bow hunting. I'm not an archer. I'm a bow hunter, and if that, if that's a confusion for some, well, that's just the way it is. I don't have any other interest in the bow and arrow other than for bow hunting, and it puts me outside, and it puts me in an environment and a place and a thought process that's consistent with hunting and not just shooting targets, even though I'm shooting targets. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot two field points, X and O, and then I'm gonna swap over to my broadheads that I'm going to use. I'm using 125 grain. These are Woodsman broadheads, and they're fixed broadheads. They're steel fixed broadheads, and you can sharpen them, and man, they're razor sharp. The last animal that I killed with a bow and arrow was a wild hog. I shot that hog at about 25, 26 yards. I got a complete pass through, right through the shield, right through the shoulder, out the other side. Killed that hog in about 30, 40 yards. That's pretty. He ran 30 or 40 yards before he rolled up dead. Shot him right through the heart. It was an awesome experience, and I want to repeat it with a deer, so I'm planning on going deer hunting. So let's set up the GoPro on the target. Let's shoot a few with the field point, and then let's switch over to the broadhead and see and examine and determine what the difference is. All right, we'll be with y'all back in just a second. So that's with the O arrow. Let's switch over. Let's switch over to broadheads and see what that looks like. So with that, let's come to a conclusion. I have concluded that shooting my broadhead at this range, with this atmosphere, I got a little bit of wind, not much. There's a little bit of deviation there between the field point and the broadhead, but there's not much. I don't know that I can adjust my sights. I think shooting from a seated position in a ground blind, or shooting from a tree stand in the seated position, or shooting straight down at a target species, whether it be a deer or a hog, would have far more implications than the glide of a broadhead. I don't want to spend too much time worrying about my broadhead versus my field point during my hunting practice session. Shoot my broadheads, keep them sharp, but spend more time concentrating on the hunting atmosphere of how am I going to be seated? How high am I going to be in my stand? Where's that deer or hog going to come in? From what I can conclude, there's no real reason for concern when it comes to field point versus broadhead during your practice session. You check, you tell me what you think. Does the brand of broadhead make any difference? That was the whole thing about the mechanical broadheads, that they flew just like a field point, but they were shooting light, flimsy arrows. I'm shooting stiff, heavier arrows with a heavier front end. It's not making a big difference when it comes to hitting the target. So there you go. Tell me what you think. What's your setup? This is the Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman YouTube channel. My name is Peter Updike. Like and subscribe if you want to. We talk about hunting and fishing and all things connected. Archery season is coming up. I'm excited about it. Glad to get out here in the backyard, get in the warm sunshine, do some shooting with my bow, and yeah, practice, experiment, and see what works. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.